the dawn of a new day. Bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside, inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world.
Hello.
Light, love and dawn of a new day, bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside, inside,
Samba,
bringing hope
welcome.
and make you feel alright. Rainbow,
Hello.
the promise, the future, and life.
Yeah.
Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, love and dawn of a new day, bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside,
Hello, hello.
inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life.
Good evening, Richie Rich. How are you? Thanks for joining. Let's share to all our friends. Let's share to our friends. Akosua, I see you. I hope you're good, Richie Rich. Sweetie, thanks for joining. Yazzie, black and beautiful, you're welcome.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright.
Hello, hello, hello. Everybody, you're welcome. You're welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal this beautiful day. Another day the Lord has made. I am grateful. Grateful to be alive despite all the, life's challenges. You're welcome. You're welcome. So you're going to do me a big favor today. I can see about 28 people up there. Please, let's share to about 20 people each. Let's just share to people and then we can start. So my target up there, I can see 26 likes already. Thank you so much, whoever is pressing the likes already. So let's take the likes to 1,000. And I want to see how committed you are. Let's take the likes to 1,000 before I start today. Otherwise, we'll just keep enjoying the music for a while. I really, really need your support. Your girl needs your support this evening. Let's take the likes to 1,000 and then we can start with the talk today. Just me, I see you, you're welcome. Shukrai, I see you. Reb girls, you're welcome. Thank you for liking the live. Let's take it to 1,000 and then we can start off. Thank you guys, thank you. Alberto.
Bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside,
yeah. Let's take the likes up. Let's take it up to 1,000 so we can start. Yeah, let's share to our friends. Let's invite more friends as well. Thank you guys, I see you there.
Rainbow,
can follow one another on this platform. Please, let's follow one another. Thank you.
That's within me, shine to the whole world.
Desmond, I see you. Small baby, I see you.
Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love.
Let's take the likes to 1,000 and we can start. Ken, thanks for joining. Thank you for the love shown. I really appreciate you guys. Okay, Sammy, I see you. Let's take the likes to 1,000 at least, and then we can start. Nat Power, I see you. Audie Lady, I see you. We're not even trying. We're not trying. Let's take the likes to 1,000 and we can start. This is your way of saying, you know, we're with you. We support what you're doing. And you know, here on Inside, I keep it real and simple. Abby, thanks for joining. I see you. Let's encourage our friends to be here today.
Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love.
Oh, inside. Yeah.
Inside, all around me, yeah. Inside.
Come on, guys. I know we can do this. You're welcome. You're welcome to Inside today. Thank you, Abby. I see you. Baby Small 98. I see you. Park It. I see you. Thanks for joining. Nanny times 2. You're welcome. Let's take the lights off so we can start. Guys, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. You know, touch our screen. Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's share to our friends to be part of this talk today. It's a very interesting talk, and I think this is my thought, gradually is fading in our values, our morals in the society. And that's how I've brought it on here. Let's talk about this. Okodi, thanks for joining. Please do me a favor, share to about 20 friends. Let them be part of this talk today, because there's certain things we need to, you know, talk about. A lot of things are being brushed under, and this is our day-to-day reality. Thank you so much. I can't read your name because it's in your language, but thank you so much. I love your style, you say. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, we're not taking the likes up, but regardless, because of time, I would have to start the talk. Lady Nexi, I see you. Let's share to about 20 friends. Let them be part of this talk today, because this talk has to do with me. It has to do with you as well. It has to do with us relating to other people, encouraging people in our lives. You know, we cannot give what we don't have. Sometimes we feel disappointed when we don't get this topic from people, especially people around us, and we feel disappointed. We feel so sad sometimes, and we might lose friends, we might lose colleagues, even family members, because of this topic is missing in their lives. So guys, you're welcome to Inside with FunmiRoyal today. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you always coming in week out. Unity, I see you. Thanks for joining. Unity helps spread the word, and let's talk about this topic today. So the topic today I'll be bringing to us is integrity. And as usual here on Insight, when we do this serious talk and when we discuss and chat about it, I like us to kind of relax a bit. So I have a puzzle for us today, a puzzle for us to just kind of relax and, you know, wind down a bit and just take it easy before we sign out today. So in about 50 minutes, I will let us know what the puzzle is. If you know the answer to my puzzle today, Sonyu, I see you. Nana, thanks for joining. If you know the answer to my puzzle today, I will give you a donut and 2 ice cream just to relax for the evening. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Oh, Keep Shining. Thank you so much. I don't know your name. I can't read it. But whoever typed Keep Shining, I really thank you for that. I really appreciate you. So we're going to go into the topic. And after my talk, of course, I want us to come up and let's talk about integrity, how it affects us. Do we have it? And, so many questions we can answer. We learn from one another. And the most important thing is when we're talking about whatever topic here on Insight, I want us to kind of do a self-reflection. Self-reflect. We're talking about whatever topic here on Insight. I want us to kind of do a self-reflection. Self-reflect. We're very crucial because otherwise there will be chaos in the world if we or some people or all of us are not people of integrity. Betty Aesthetics, I see you. Thanks for joining. Betty, do me a favor. Can you share to about 20 friends? Let them be part of this talk today. It's very beneficial. I see, Betty, your name sounds like a business name. And I mean, as a business organization, are you a business of integrity? Can people rely on the service you give them? Can your product is what it says and things like that? So it cuts across every facet of our lives. So let's dig and dive in today. Topic is integrity. And I'm going to be talking about this fundamental quality that underpins trust, credibility, and respect in both our personal and professional lives. And that is integrity. Forgive. Thanks for joining. Betty Face, I see you. Can you just like on the live today and help share to as many people as possible? Let's talk about this crucial topic, integrity. Integrity is often defined, so I'll give it a definition so we can have an understanding of it. And I always give this talk to put perspective, so that when we come up, we have some sort of perspective of where I'm coming from and where I'd love you to join in. And I want to hear your submission about it. You may have had some bitter experiences or some good experiences. We want to hear from you. How has this word impacted your life, your relationship life, your professional life as well? So I'm going to put a bit of definition to it. What is integrity? Integrity is often defined as the quality of being honest and having a strong moral principle. Being honest and having a strong moral principle. So it's about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Because sometimes we want to be people pleasers. When people are there, we do the right thing. When people are not there, we tend to do otherwise. Bernice, thanks for joining. So let's explore the various dimensions of integrity and understand why it is so crucial in our lives. Businesses may not be able to trade if one business does not have integrity, or people cannot relate to one another if one of them do not have integrity. And family members, pairs, what have you. Pearl Garment, thanks for joining. So understanding integrity. Integrity, it encompasses a range of attributes including honesty, reliability, and moral uprightness. Moral uprightness, meaning everybody, regardless of your age, your race, your religion. KK, thanks for joining. Regardless of wherever it is you're in the world, integrity is integrity. As long as you're honest, you're reliable, and you have some sort of moral uprightness to yourself. So it means adhering to ethical standards and being consistent in actions, in your values, in your methods of doing things, in your principle. If you have values, principles, methods of doing things, and you relate them with me, and I understand them, I expect them to be your standard, in whatever you're doing. And imagine I come and I'm saying different values, you're going to confuse me. You're not true to your words. You're not honest. That's what it would mean to me. And I have to think twice before relating with you or connecting with you or before networking with you. So let's be mindful. Integrity, it encompasses a lot in our personal life, in our business life, in our family life, every aspect of our lives. We ought to be a person of integrity. Mama Africa, all of you, I salute you. You're welcome. So let's talk about the importance of integrity. Like I say, I usually will give this talk and look at different perspectives to it. For those joining, thank you for joining me here on Insight with FunmiRoyal. The topic today is integrity. Guys, let's like the live. Let's share to all our friends to be part of this talk today. And at the end of the talk, I'd like to bring you up into the box. Let's talk about this topic today, integrity. If it has affected you positively or negatively, or you have some stories to tell, come share your experience with us so we can learn to be better, people when it comes to integrity. So why is integrity very important? It is very significantly important because it helps to building trust. Lip gloss doll, I see you. You're welcome. Let's like the live. Let's take it up a notch and invite our friends to be part of this. Counselor, thanks for joining. So it helps in building trust, especially two entities coming together, strangers coming together, new friends networking and things like that. You tend to kind of start building trust with one another, and you show yourself whether you're a person of integrity or not, and people will decide whether to walk away or give you a chance. It depends on what you put out there. So it helps. It's very important because it will help build a trusting relationship. Trust in the foundation of any healthy relationship, whether personal or professional. It will help to build that foundation. Integrity fosters trust because it ensures consistency between words and action. Is it what you say that they see you doing, or you say A and you're doing B? Are you a person of integrity? And Mark, thanks for joining. And again, when people trust you, they are more likely to believe in your intentions and follow your leadership. You have to lead by example. You have to live by your ways, your values, your principle. Are they the same year in, year out? Or you compromise, And then when people come and vouch for you, it's hard because you're not true to your words. So we need to be mindful. We need to be careful of our intentions so that people can follow our leadership. Larissa, thanks for joining. Another reason why integrity is important is for credibility and reputation. Your reputation is built on your actions over time, what you do. So consistent integrity strengthens your credibility and earns you a positive reputation. People, even long after they're dead and gone, their integrity still speaks for them. Some it speaks positively, some it speaks negatively. So whilst we're alive now, we need to build on integrity to make sure that we are credible. Is what we say is what we do. Joyce Nana, thanks for joining. So a good reputation would open doors of opportunity and garners respect from others. If you're a person of integrity, I will want to deal with you. You will want to deal with me. And by so doing, I will help, bring in other connections as well. I will say to them, guess what? I've been dealing with this person just under a year. And I can tell you there are persons of integrity. And that way, more connection, more opportunities, more open doors to whatever it is you're doing or to who you are as a person. So let's be mindful that we don't lose opportunities because we're not people of integrity. Cogna, thanks for joining. Makale, I see you. Another reason why integrity is very important for self-respect and inner peace. Rika, welcome. Self-respect and inner peace. Living with integrity means aligning your actions and your confidence, your values, which brings a sense of self-respect and inner peace. Some people, because they're not people of integrity, meaning they would lie, they will be untrue, they will not be honest and all of that. They know they've lied, and whoever they've lied to has gone away. The person believes them, thinking they're people of integrity, but they know they've lied, and in the process, it affects them. They can't sleep well because their mind is telling them, you just lied to this person, you've just lied to that business partner, you've just lied to them. So it can steal your inner peace. when you're not a person of integrity, when you lie, when you do all of that. And also, if the person comes to find out later that you have not been honest with them in your actions, in your values, and things like that, they would lose respect for you. One, thanks for joining. You don't want to lose respect. You don't want to lose your inner peace. So be true to your words. Be true to yourself no matter what. No matter what comes to challenge your integrity. Stay true to yourself and who you are, to your actions, okay? Don't compromise that. Do not compromise your integrity. And again, knowing that you have acted honorably can boost your confidence and self-esteem as well. Just like I said, if I relate with you and I notice that you're a person of integrity and I help you bring about 5 other people to your business and I vouch for you, you're a person of integrity when it comes to this business, it will give you some sort of honor. It will give you some sort of boost in your confidence, and that could help you to keep at things. And also it will boost your self-esteem because you have been a person of integrity. Thank you so much, guys, for liking the live. Tola, Felicity as well, you're welcome. I see you. Another reason why integrity is important is effective leadership. Some of us, we may find ourselves in the leadership position where you have thousands of people following you, your leadership, or looking up to you as a mentor and things like that. And can they vouch to say this leader of mine is a leader with integrity? Or they will say, I've been with this leader for a couple of years now, and they're never true to their words. That is such a shameful thing to be said about anyone or any business. So it's important for effective leadership. Leadership with integrity would inspire and motivate others. They set a positive example and create a culture of trust and respect within their teams. When you're in a team working as a leader, you have to lead by example. If you're not a leader with integrity, you will rub off on your subordinates. You will rub off on your teams. Tendency is they will practice what you're teaching them. And if you're not a person of integrity, they won't see the need to have integrity as well. So let's be mindful what kind of a leader we are, especially in our teams, in our groups, family, with friends and all of that. Cross the rich man, thanks for joining. So again, integrity in leadership leads to better decision making and it fosters a loyal and commitment workforce. When people can trust you, when your words, you're bounded by your words and people see that, they can easily trust you. They can easily commit to whatever you're trying to teach them or you're trying to help them to understand. People see these things, they may not talk about it, but they see what is happening. Some, when they go for breaks and at work or wherever they go for break and they say, oh my goodness, this manager, they don't have integrity, I noticed this, I noticed that. They would say, oh, I thought it was only me that they're gossiping now. So I thought it's only me that noticed that. They're not just a person of integrity at all. What they said yesterday is not what they're telling us today. Or what they're doing is not what they're saying, things like that. So let your actions go with your words so that people will not look down on you or so that you don't lose your respect as well. So wherever you find yourself, make sure you foster that integrity. Blessing, welcome. So let's look at the characteristics of integrity. Of course, it does have. Make sure you foster that integrity. Blessing, welcome. So let's look at the characteristics of integrity. Of course, it does have. You're not a person of integrity. It doesn't matter. They know what they know. They see what they see. Sue, welcome. Juggling. I see you. Welcome. Let's share the live to our friends to be part of this talk. I'll just gradually moving on into it because I love to hear from you. What's your take on the topic integrity? So looking at the characteristics of integrity, the first thing you look at is honesty. Honesty, being truthful in all your dealings, in all your communication. If you tell me A today, will you still say, oh, I told Fumi A yesterday? Or you come and say, oh no, I must have mentioned B. I said B. And you're confusing me. And then another time again, the first time I might feel a bit confused thinking, okay, maybe I got it wrong. and then it happens again, and then it happens again, and then it happens again, I will be like, oh, this person is not honest at all. Why are they changing their words all the time? They never stick to one thing. They don't have integrity. I would just conclude that way, because the people can see that you're not honest in your dealings with them. Anna, welcome. Thank you guys for joining inside. Please let's share to our friends to be part of this. So again, transparency in your actions and your decisions. Are you transparent or you're dodgy? In your actions, in your decisions. And people can tell that this person is not totally honest with me. They would question your integrity. Especially if it's somebody you're just meeting, they might find it a bit challenging to just say outright to your face, you're not an honest person. They're trying to be civil, courtesy and all of that. But they know not to go further in business with you. They know not to go further in that relationship with you. So let's be mindful how we are transparent in our actions and decisions. If you're just joining, the topic today is integrity, and I'm talking about the characteristics of integrity, and which is honesty. Another characteristic is consistency. How consistent are you? Are you the type you change your mind I'm not saying it's wrong for people to change their mind, but you're not just stable. You will have what's it called, hours of meetings with someone. You sit down, you plan things, and then you agree this is the way forward. You all agree this is the way forward, and then when it not comes to the time to execute whatever you've agreed, you just go and do your own thing, because when you suggested it, they were not all for it. They decide to go with somebody else's, and now because you're the one in charge of executing whatever, you decide to just change it. You're not consistent. Acting in alignment with your values and principle regardless of that situation. Ensuring your actions match your word. Can I count on you? Can you count on me? Am I a person of integrity? Are you a person of integrity? Characteristics: you have to be a consistent person. If you keep changing your mind every now and then, people can rely on you. People can trust your word. People will just conclude you are a person with no integrity. So we need to be mindful. Ensure that your actions matches your word, because when you say something and you're doing something else, people will doubt your integrity, and that's just how life works. Okay, another characteristic is accountability. Grow 100, you're welcome. As I would say, please feel free to follow each other on this platform. As long as you don't intend to unfollow them, please, let's not do that to one another. So please feel free to follow one another as you tap your screen and like this live, and also share to other people. Let's talk about this thing. Adewumi, I see you. Another characteristic is accountability. Taking responsibility for your actions and their consequences. Okay, you have to admit when you make mistakes, and always make amends when necessary. That would show that, okay, fine, you've made this mistake, but you have come to right your wrong. People will look, okay, maybe they have integrity after all. But when you know you've done wrong, you've said something, you've done something else, and now somebody catches up with you and you're trying to justify the reason, and they'll just look at you. They will just look at you in a funny way. You're not a person of accountability. Why should I work with you? Why should I relate with you? Why should I do anything with you? Richard Ofori, thanks for joining. So you have to be accountable to your actions, because they all have consequences. If you do positive, you will get good not consequence, good result, good reward. But if it's negative, there are consequences to all of our actions. Then again, admitting mistakes and making amends where necessary. I mentioned that. Are you the type when you make mistakes, you try to bamboozle people to see the reason why, or you're always what's the word? Accusing other people of the one that made you do this. Some people, they never take accountability for their wrongdoings. They will always blame somebody else. People look at you as you're not accountable. You might not just be a person of integrity, and they might not want to do business with you. You might lose opportunities as a result of that. So let's take note of that. Another characteristic is fairness. Gifty, I see you. Chiomabi, you're welcome. Fairness, treating everyone with equal respect without bias. Without bias. Are you a fair person? As a leader with integrity, do you have favorites in your team? And this your favorite person, your favorite guy, your favorite worker, they can't do wrong in your presence, in your sight. You just can't see anything they've done wrong, and people will look at you like, this person made half the mistake and they got sacked. This person has made huge mistake in this company. We've lost thousands and thousands of pounds, and the leader just said, oh, okay, I'm going to give you a warning. And people are moaning and grumbling. Why is that person being favored more than the other person? And the other person used to be very hardworking. They just got a sack just for one simple minute mistake. So let's be fair in the way we treat others. Otherwise, people will look at you as you're not fair, you don't have integrity. So if you're making decisions, let there be a plain ground to which you're making that decision. Don't decide for this person because you like them, and because you don't like this other hard worker, you decide to punish them because the power is in your hands. It's not fair, it's not right. So let's be manageable, making decisions that are just and equitable. People will look at you, wow, I applaud this boss. They have integrity and they love the way you've handled the situation and things like that. So another characteristics I'll mention briefly before I move forward to something else is the character that. So another characteristics I'll mention briefly before I move forward to something else is the character on me, all of those sweet words, and they're like, are you sure? It's a huge task, and they're wondering, can you handle it? I don't mind assisting. Say, don't worry, just go and sleep, I'll do it. Be faithful to your commitments and obligations. And after a week, this person is so happy and they just back to you to say, oh, thank you so much. And you're like, for what? Oh, but you promised to do this. And you're like, oh, did I promise? And they're scratching their head. Did I promise? Oh my goodness, you can imagine that feel or the feeling that will rush through your mind, your body, the emotion, the thoughts, and all of that. You will nearly pass out depending on how crucial whatever is that they are meant to do for you. Samson, welcome. Nurse, Instem, I see you. It's amazing how some people just make promises and they just forget about it. And there you are, because you're a person of integrity. You just trust and obey their word. You rely on their words. Their yes is their yes. Their no is their no. Their I will do it is their I will do it. You almost think you can vouch for that. And they just come and like, oh, I forgot, casually. Oh my goodness, that is not a good feeling at all. So be person of commitment, be person who is obligated to whatever commitment they have made, and then supporting and standing by your values, your principles, and also with people. Some people, they say they have integrity. Oh, my friend has integrity. I will stand by you. Let them call me when this thing gets out of hand. I will stand by you because I know you're a person of integrity. And then when the time comes, they summon this person and they're like, I might not be able to come. They just leave you to it. And you're trusting that they would come and defend you. And at the end of the day, they don't have integrity. They don't have integrity. They can't even come to your face to say to you, I can't come, or whatever. They just run away. They shy away and give some lame excuse why they can't be there to fight for you. Especially maybe you are at work and some issues happen and they were there, they witnessed this, and they can actually give statements that would help you. But because they're not people of integrity, they deny you, and then you're just by yourself, and it's like your words are not just enough. They needed one more person to help back you up, and this person has just disappointed you. So let's be careful. Be supportive, stand by your values, stand by the people you know that they are people of integrity and they can always stand by you as well. So moving on quickly, because I'm mindful of the time, I really want to hear from you guys. Challenges to maintaining integrity. And it's true, Some people, it's not like they don't have integrity, they want to be a person of integrity, but the challenges, the issues of life that would face them, they tend to compromise. They tend to not go all out to being a person of integrity. So what are the challenges that will cause me not to maintain integrity? So let's mention a few, explain it, and as I'm talking, like I say, I don't have all the answers, but I'm bringing some perspective to it. Let us self-reflect, because it's like I always say, people like to point. Oh, I know this person. Oh, that's true. I have this friend. Ah, now for me, you're talking. I don't think they have integrity, you know. How about you? How about me, myself? Theme Park, thanks for joining. Do you have integrity yourself? So, challenges to maintaining integrity. One is external pressures. Situations may arise where external pressures, such as workplace demands or peer influence, challenge your integrity. You're the only one. I'm out of the group. You're standing for this thing. You believe in it because they're mocking you, because they're laughing at you, because they're putting pressure on you. Everybody believes otherwise. It's only you. It's not always only you. And because of that pressure, you feel the need to compromise. And then, you know, they challenge your integrity and you just fall flat on your face just because you don't want people segregating you or looking at you like an outsider or looking at you in a funny way. So this can put pressure on you. External pressures can make people not be people of integrity. They don't want to be the only man standing, if you get me. And all these challenges will come and then they, you know, compromise their integrity. Please do not. Life is difficult as it is. Sometimes you might just be the only man standing to make a difference. When you join the crowd, sometimes we never make any difference. So if you want to make a difference, don't allow the external pressures of life, external pressures, you know, make you compromise your integrity. Staying true to your values in the face of such pressure is very crucial. And I tell you one secret. If you can stand your ground, these people behind you will go and applaud you. They would go and talk and say, wow, this person, after all the pressure, they stood their ground. They did not budge 1 second. They will be the one to be singing your praises behind you because they're even too ashamed to come and say it to your face. So don't give up. Don't give in to that pressure. I'm telling you, stand true to your values, stand true to what you believe. Do not allow that pressure to bring you face down. Please don't allow that, because if you're fighting for a cause, it might just be what you need. Standing your ground as a person of integrity to make that difference you've been, clamoring about. So another challenges that we can face whilst trying to maintain integrity is personal gain. Some people, don't get me started. The temptation for personal gain, whether financial, professional, or social, can lead to compromising your integrity. Somebody says, oh, come to my office, I hear you do this, there's a contract my office is trying to give out, and all that. If you come around, I might just link you with this person. And then they come around and you're telling them, before I connect you with the boss to give you the contract, you have to give me 40%. And you'll be wondering, won't I do the work? Don't I need all the 100% or if not 80% to do the work? If I give you 40%, how do I do and they say, you have to rub my back, I rub your back, or scratch my back, I scratch your back. And they want you to compromise your integrity, the way you do things, your values and all of that. Imagine financial gain, because this person wants to gain financially. They don't care the damage they do. They don't care the damage they do to your business as well. If it's connection, please hold your connection. I will go through the normal route, apply for the contract and let God help me, so to say. So it could be a business thing people are looking at because of the gain they will get from it. they will compromise their integrity. But I tell you, once you've damaged that integrity, it takes a while before you can build it back. Because people, when they don't trust you anymore, it's hard for them to come back to trusting you again. You will have to prove yourself over and over and over again. And sometimes it will be quite frustrating. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Don't compromise. Don't let personal gain make you compromise your integrity. Another one, again, I mentioned before I move on, is fear of consequences. If I don't compromise, what will happen to me? Some people might even say, I might go to jail, or I might lose my job, or I might, you think you're afraid and all of that. So the fear of the consequences, fear of negative consequences, such as losing a job or damaging a relationship, can deter one from acting with integrity. You just compromise. It's difficult. And remember that acting with integrity, even when difficult situation arises, if you don't give up, it will ultimately lead to positive outcomes. Yeah, something people don't look at, when they are in that challenging situation. Don't compromise. Always act with integrity, especially in difficult times. You may feel, I don't want to go to jail. Let me just lie. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to lose that job. Let me just lie. At least that's what they want to hear. And deep down is not the truth. You might get away with it now. Imagine in 2-3 years' time, the truth comes out. That punishment, you might just even get ×2 of it, which you don't want. So be truthful. Be truthful. Have integrity even when things are difficult. Okay, so I'll move on quickly to ways to cultivate and maintain integrity. There's always a way out. Whether we look at it or accept it is another thing. To every negativity, there's always a positivity. But do we look at the positives, or we just dwell on the negative and all of that? So let's look at ways we can cultivate and maintain integrity. That's my balance attitude now coming into the talk, because I always say I like to balance things. I don't just talk about the positives alone and neglect the negatives. But if you don't know the negatives, how will you accept the positive? So let's look at ways we can. Self-reflection. Number one thing I say here, as I do this talk, let us self-examine ourselves. Let us self-reflect on this topic and in our lives, the people around us. Hannah, thanks for joining. Wawan, I see you. Canodon, I see you. You're welcome. Let's share the live. We can still, our friends can still benefit from this talk today. So, self-reflection, regularly reflecting on your actions and decisions. Assess whether they align with your core values, not that somebody's pressurizing you to doing whatever you don't want to do. Identify areas where you can improve and take steps to strengthen your integrity. You know that in this relationship, your integrity has been tarnished, your image has been tarnished. How do you maintain it, or how do you save your integrity in that relationship? You don't fold your arms because the person would probably have lost trust in you. Oh, thank you so much, Juan. Thank you for the heart me. I really appreciate that. So let's be careful. Let us be careful that we self-reflect. What we do is, what we say is what we do, and maintaining that for as long as we live, it's very crucial. And again, I think I said identify areas where you can improve and take steps to strengthen your integrity. If you had to make amends, if you had to apologize, if you had to explain yourself, whatever it is you need to do, it can be done. And whoever it is you're trying to make amends with, they would have an understanding. Start with, I have self-reflected about my actions the other day, and I've noticed I've wronged you. I've noticed I've hurt you. However, I'm sorry, daddy this, and just try. They might not be ready to hear you that minute, but because you've said it as calmly as possible, they will go and reflect on it as well. And they might just come back to you and hug you to say they do understand. At least you're trying to save your integrity in this relationship. Could be a business, could be whatever it is. Advocate, thanks for joining. I will be bringing us up soon to talk about this. If you have experiences you want to share, please feel free so we can learn from one another. Thank you for taking the likes up. Again, set clear principles. Set clear principles. Define your values and principles clearly. Okay, know what you stand for and what you won't compromise on. Let people know, let other business know that for this thing I don't compromise. I keep my integrity intact. No matter the amount of money you want to offer me, I am not going to compromise, because if it comes back to bite me, you will not be there, to face the consequences with me. So don't let people bamboozle you. Don't let people pressurize you to change your values, to change your principles, just so because it will favor them or it will suit them, they will gain from it. Don't lose your integrity for the gain of somebody else. Then use your principle as a guide for your actions and your decisions. When they see that this person, oh, this is their values, this is their principles and all that, let them come back in 2 years' time and still meet your values and your principle. If they meet a different thing, let it be better values or better principle, not less value, less principles. Because people will never forget. They don't forget. You don't need a second time around to meet somebody to make a first impression. So be mindful. Don't compromise. Then again, seek feedback. Because if you, for example, you work in a team, I gave an example of a leader who gives favoritism to a particular worker, and everybody's complaining, this is not fair, and all that. So sometimes, as a leader, you might give feedback forms, to your subordinates or your teammates and say to them, you need some sort of feedback to know the kind of a leader you are. Are you a leader with integrity? Are you a leader that keeps the time? Are you a leader who says something and they do it? Are you a leader, just from time to time, you can seek feedback. Let people tell you their honest opinion of you, the way you work. You say, but if you have integrity, let it not be like Buhari. Oh, well, I'm not even going to go into politics. Thank you, Mila, for Christ, for joining. You see what I mean? Even though he's the president, the whole nation can tell. The whole nation, in terms of how many millions of people are there in that country, bros, if you know, they all know that this person is not a leader with integrity. So people can see. They might not be able to tell you to your face, but they see and they know. Pamestia, thanks for joining. So from time to time, seek feedbacks from others. Sometimes we are unaware of how our actions are perceived, especially when people get us wrong. The only way you will know to even explain yourself is if you know what they're thinking. And if you don't give the room to find out from them, to get feedback about your leadership, your managerial leadership or whatever it is, you might not just be able to function well or be able to bring the best out of your team, because the team is divided. Some are for you, some are not for you. Some feel you don't have integrity, you're not a fair manager and all of that. So you need to be mindful. In order to work effectively together, especially in a team, you have to be a leader with integrity. Pious PK, thanks for joining. Let's share the live to our friends. It's very crucial to talk today. Again, constructive feedback can help you align your behavior with your values. Sometimes you have to just one sentence to say to them with the wrong notion they have of you, and they'll be like, oh, I never saw it that way. But because you are you are the military person, nobody there talks to you, and the work is not going on effectively, it's affecting your productivity and things like that. Lady V, thanks for joining. So am I a person of integrity? Are you a person of integrity? Sometimes you need to hear from others what they think of you, but be mindful there are spiteful people out there. No matter the good you do, they just don't see it. So I'm not talking about those ones. Okay, so another ways to cultivate and maintain integrity is surround yourself with people of integrity. Great minds think alike. So surround yourself with people who have value for integrity. Their influence can reinforce your own commitment to integrity as well. So who is your friend? They say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Janet, thanks for joining. Canodon, again, I see you. Welcome. Surround yourself with people who have integrity, because if you surround, it depends, and that's just the truth. They will influence you. They will influence the way you think and they will influence your own commitment to integrity. If they're the ones that break rules anyhow, they lie at will, it's like nothing, they're not tangible about anything they do, they say, and all that, they will rub off on you. It's a matter of time. So, who are you surrounded by? A supportive environment can make it easier to maintain your principle. So you need to be careful of your environment, the people surrounding you, the people you're getting on board with. It could be a new set of people, could be a new set of business, could be a new set of group or whatever it is. And if they're not people of integrity, business with integrity, they might just rub off on you in a negative way. So be mindful. Again, lead by example. Lead by example. Demonstrate integrity in your own actions. Be a role model, true role model, positive role models for others, and consistently acting with integrity encourages others around you to do the same. You also might rub off on people. They say, "Oh, Fumi is a standard person. She doesn't compromise and all that," and they are struggling, and they're like, for her to stand her grounds. In fact, she's encouraged me. I'm going to stand my grounds because I want to be seen and known as a person of integrity. And that's how life is. That's why I'm doing this program. I want to rub off on you positively and hoping you will rub off on me positively as well. So when I bring us into the box, let us hear from you. What's your take on integrity? Do people still have integrity in this 21st century, or is it a thing of the past? Or what's your take on it? If you have one or two experiences to share with us as well, why not? So we have an understanding and we can do better. God helping us. So in my conclusion today, integrity is a cornerstone of a meaningful and respected life. When I started this talk, I said, most times our integrity will outlive us. When people eventually grow old and go to the land, the beyond the land, so to say, people will remember you for the integrity you had whilst you were on earth, how you lived life. They'll say, wow, this person was faithful all the way. This person had integrity like none they've ever seen. And you see, the person is dead and gone, but people are still talking about your integrity. That's how powerful this topic is. Somebody was saying there about a leader being a leader, they don't have integrity. And that's why you see you're able to say it here. I bet if you go and do a research and ask 1,000 people, do you think we have leaders with integrity in this nation? I bet all of them plus one or times 100 would tell you no. And that's what they've portrayed to the nation. People are not just saying that. Imagine you do a research, you ask 100 people, the leader in your country, are they leaders with integrity? And 100 of them said no. That means that leader does not have integrity. That is not even one single person can come out to say, no, I defend this leader. They are leader with integrity. It's such a shame if that is the situation. Big shame. Jessica, welcome. So, it is essential. Integrity is very essential in building trust, fostering credibility, and maintaining self-respect. So despite the challenges, maintaining integrity is immensely rewarding and leads to personal and professional fulfillment. And that's just the truth, really. So let us strive to embody integrity in all our lives, whether personal, professional, whichever area, creating a positive impact on ourselves and those around us. Can people count on you to say, wow, this person is truly, truly, deeply, truly a person of integrity? And my prayer is that may we all commit to living with integrity, making the world a more trustworthy and a honorable place to live in. Adomba, thanks for joining. Thank you guys so much. That is my talk for today.
Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Oh, inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have having talked about this today, I want to hear from us. So let's bring us up. Please send an invite if you have one or two to say. Let's say your perspective on this topic today. Like I said, we're here to learn from one another. We're here to learn from one another. Are you a person of integrity? Because I have a question. Does having integrity pay off positively? Does having integrity pay off positively? And again, does integrity outlive us? Let's tackle that. You can answer those questions, or if you have one or two you want to share with us as well, why not? Thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking the live. So we're talking about integrity today on Insight with FunmiRoyal, and I've looked at different aspects to it, why it is beneficial, why it is important. Flower Pot 280, thanks for joining. Send an invite. I want to hear from you today. Let's see. I see you, Kehinde. Thanks for joining. Except maybe you're where it's noisy or something you can't talk. Mavis Simmons, thanks for joining. You can type your suggestions or your reaction to the topic. You can tap it in. I'll try and read it out before it goes up, because I see people joining. And yeah, let me see one or two I can invite up. Let's hear your take about this topic. Integrity. Does having integrity pay off positively? And does integrity outlive us? So very soon I'm going to be bringing my puzzle for today. Hopefully somebody will get this puzzle today and go with a gift. So let's see who that person is going to be. Mel's, thanks for joining. Thank you.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and
Amazing Nails, I see you. Thanks for joining. Adetunji, you're welcome. We're talking about integrity. In case you're just joining, thanks for joining Insight with FunmiRoyal today. Integrity. Are you a person of integrity? What is your take on that word? Does having integrity pay off positively? And again, I'm asking us, does integrity outlive us? Do you reckon? What do you reckon? Yeah, let's hear from you.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and
Ashandi, thanks for joining. I see you.
love is light that's within me. Shine to the whole world,
Ernestina, I see you're in the house again. I don't know if you can speak where you are. Yeah. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for joining Inside today. And the topic has been a very crucial one. And no matter which part of the world you live in, integrity, relates. Everybody can relate with that word, integrity. Whether you're in business, it's in your personal life, your family life, your career life. Are you a person of integrity? Not that maybe in your personal life you're a person of integrity, and when it comes to your professional life you're not a person of integrity. I don't know, that would be a tiring thing to do. You have to just be who you are, really, whether at work or at home. Be a person of integrity, a person people can rely on. Even if you're a leader, are you a person of integrity in that leadership role you're occupying? How do you treat your team workers? How do you treat people working with you, for you, around you? Can they vouch? Can they say truly this boss, oh my goodness, they are, a person of integrity? Or do they, when people ask them, tell me about your boss, say, this boss don't trust, or this boss don't just take their words, or they don't stick to their words and things like that. What is the kind of feedback do you reckon you will get from the people surrounding you about your integrity? would they be bold to say, wow, my boss is a person of integrity? Or would they say, I wouldn't do business with this person, they don't have integrity? What would people say? Have you had an experience where your integrity was questioned or doubted? Or have you also had an experience where, fine, you're a person of integrity, but people forced you, pressurized you, and you had to compromise? And of course, you didn't like yourself afterwards because you felt you were put under pressure. You just had to compromise for peace to reign, so to say. Laura, thanks for joining. Chaudhry, I see you. Thanks for joining. Guys, send an invite. Let's talk about this topic today. Otherwise, maybe I might just